just wanted to show you this thing that just happened in Iran, which is weird. Okay, so in Iran, they had this memorial thingy. I don't know what you call these for the people who died, like the shaheeds. Okay, so just wanted to share that. I think some of you saw me sharing this on the show, but let's show it. So this is the pictures and the name of all the people who died, became a martyr, basically a shaheed. Look at it. So these are all the people who are dead, right? Martyrs. You can see Shaheed. It says Shaheed. Shohadai Hamase. Blah, blah, blah. So here's a problem with it. That's Mojtaba. Is he dead? Like, why is he on the martyr list? So here, this guy. This is Mojtaba over here. So I don't know why he's on the martyr list. Are they suggesting that he's dead already? I don't know. So just wanted to share that with you guys, and also wonder a little bit about what his situation is. I refer to him as a Schrodinger supreme leader, and but it's getting really crazy with regards to the way that they're using Mujtaba and the whether or not he's alive, whether or not he's in coma, whether or not the statements that are coming from Mujtaba is actually his statement, is a topic of a big debate among Iranians right now on social media. And if the direction where the Islamic Republic is going will have could be significantly be influenced on whether or not we're going to at some point see Mujtaba or not. There are some talks that one reason why the Islamic Republic doesn't mind for the Israelis to attack again, and this is some people's theory, is because he's already dead and they don't want to tell the people that they have been lying to them all this time. And they're just waiting for some explosions to be like, oh, he's dead now. He wasn't dead before. So just basically say, oh, they killed him. They killed him. He's dead now. Only now. He wasn't dead all of this time. We haven't been lying to you guys. But now they killed him. Oh, shame, shame. So this is, I don't know what to believe right now because I can't understand why they don't put even an audio message out of him out regarding from him. Is he, if he's dead, then why do Israelis talk about him and Americans and Israelis talk about him as if they're confident that he's alive? Right? We just had Israel Katz come out and say that they're going to go back and kill her, like finish the Khamenei dynasty. So just saying that as soon as the war starts, they're going to go and kill Mujtaba. So that suggests that he's alive. Pete Hicks has mentioned that their intelligence is that he's severely injured, but he's alive. If he's there, it's interesting to see that the statements attributed to him has shifted because originally the statements coming from him was pro negotiation and pro Ghalibaf, and he started by being very anti-American, and then when Ghalibaf needed to go do the negotiations, it became in support of Ghalibaf and negotiations and the ceasefire. And now some other people seem to be in charge, and now the statements from him is no negotiation, no flexibility, and also seeming like he seems to be angry with Ghalibaf for even bringing up the nuclear, the enriched uraniums in the negotiations as something to even talk about. This question I've not seen anybody from the regime answer this, because for why they can't even put an audio message out from him, because even if there are security concerns, then then don't bring him out, but put an audio message from him out so people could hear his message. The only excuse that we've seen they have, like I mentioned this yesterday on the show, one of the IRGC commanders came out and said that the reason why they're not putting audio messages of him out is because the Israelis know sorcery and they will use his voice as a way to put curses on him. And again, if you guys don't know this, I'm not exaggerating. This is what one regime officials has said. Okay, apparently Jews. So he specifically said that they teach that in Israeli universities they teach occult sciences, and this is why they have to be careful with putting his message out there, because they might put a curse on him. Which made some Iranians suggest make fun of the idea that apparently Israelis have Hogwarts for universities in Israel, and they also specifically mentioned Tel Aviv University, which one Iranian analyst, Murad Vaisi, said, I went and did some research. He went through all the topics that they teach at Tel Aviv University to show that none of them involves sorcery, right? So that they're lying. So he went through the list. They were like, these are the things, these are the topics. Sorcery is not one of them. And it's also interesting because the idea that the Israelis are using sorcery shows the level of technology that they're using is so high that the only explanation these people could come up with is for how they are doing what they're doing is that they're using magic. So that was very embarrassing. But other than that, it's if he is killed or if it's found out that he's dead, it's going to it's going to cause even more divisions within the Islamic Republic, because there's nobody like Mushtaba is, even if he was alive, he wouldn't be able to fill his father's shoes. But now it's even worse because there needs to be somebody that could keep everything together, because there's a lot of internal fighting right now. And right now, the only way to create some sort of a unity is by saying this is Mushtaba said this, so everybody should listen. And if Mushtaba dies or if he's already dead, there's not a single person within the regime that could fill that role if, when it comes to the picking the next supreme. And these past 50 days or so, these past 2 months, they have invested so much in trying to sell Mojtaba Khamenei as the supreme leader that brings immunity. So losing him is going to be a major hit to their narrative building ability. One last thing is that I've seen in some pro regime live streams is that one thing that they're trying to do is to suggest that Mushtaba being in hiding and him being young is actually shows how wise God is, because it's preparing their people for the Mahdi, because the resemblances to Mahdi is the same. So they say basically, look how wise and kind God is, because we're getting close to the end of times and the Mahdi is supposed to come, but we're not ready. The people are not ready for the coming of Mahdi. So God is bringing us Mujtaba to practice us being loyal to somebody who's in hiding. And also because the Mahdi is young, God decided that Ali Khamenei, it was like Imam Ali, but now we needed somebody that was like Mahdi, because the closer we get to the Mahdi's time, instead of the Iranian people or the Shia people following somebody like Imam Ali, God decided that okay, come home, your time is up. Let your son be the supreme leader as a way for me to help them get used to the time of Mahdi. The time of Ali is over, the time of Mahdi is coming. And this shows God's wisdom and his kindness that he does these things to prepare the people, the believers, for what's about to come. So that's my update regarding Mujtaba and this memorial thing that they just unveiled. All right. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, responses. Noah first.
Armin, you made my day showing that again. Thank you. When I first saw that, I laughed my butt off. It's also, I think he's either in a vegetative state, or if he is moving around and stuff, his voice box is damaged. So that's why he can't speak, probably. So this is my thoughts.
Interesting.
Okay, Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel 1, Daniel 2.
Oh, okay. He
Ready?
wants me to read. Sorry, 1 second. So he said that the IRGC maybe are just trying to hide him to say he's already dead. Stop looking for him.
They're not saying he's already dead. They're saying he's very much alive.
They're saying that to the Iranian public, but I guess if they don't put out any audio messages or evidence that he's alive, then maybe
Oh, okay.
Israel and the US will get that message.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I don't. Here's the thing: the Islamic Republic knows that Israeli intelligence is good enough for them to be able to figure out who's doing what before most people within the Islamic Republic know. So, for example, just a few months ago, the Islamic Republic said that we have a new leader for this division within IRGC, and we're not going to release his name. And Mossad actually posted, we already know his name. And this is his name. And then eventually the Islamic Republic confirmed, yeah, that's his name. So that was actually funny. Like Mossad actually posted it, like, you don't need to announce it. We know who he is.
Okay, and Ian?
Yeah, my question is, do you think that sign is an accident or an intentional leak? And if it is an intentional leak, what is the motive of the person who put Mushtaba on the sign? And I would point out that if Israel Katz does kill Mushtaba, then don't they constitutionally then need to fill that role? What happens then? And that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that there. I could read you the caption of what other people are thinking. So this guy, for example, is saying the Islamic Republic once again accidentally confirms that Mojtaba Khamenei is in fact dead. They unveiled a mural of all the leaders that have been murdered in Mashhad, the birth city of Khamenei of the Khamenei. I don't know what the person was thinking. Honestly, I don't think. Let me see. I don't. Let's see what this person was thinking. Oh, so this person is saying there are two scenarios. He is dead and they accept this fact. Two, people have no idea what is happening. Yeah, this is like people are just doing, yeah, they're just going with whatever. Or let's just put his picture as well. So, with regards to what happens if he's dead, the candidate that is discussed the most for the next supreme leader is this guy. Hold on. This guy. Ali Reza Arafi. So he could be the next supreme leader. But honestly, whoever is the next supreme leader is going to be a very insignificant person. And it would just increase IRGC's leadership over the Islamic Republic. Because Mujtaba is already much less powerful than his dad, Ali Khamenei. But because he has the Khamenei name, he still carries some weight. But if we go to anybody other than Mujtaba, then there would be like zero like loyalty, and it would be just 100% IRGC. But yes, they have to pick another supreme leader.
Okay, and Tina?
First of all, I made some sorcery, how you say it, magic.
Okay.
The paint of rockets, and I said abracadabra, so soon.
Oh, you drew a rocket on acrobat. Oh, yeah, okay.
And there is also jets here in the sky. I don't know if you see the jets. They're flying in packs.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
huge packs of magic. And I want to say about the negotiation. Israel has a thing that we like to make them crawl out of their bunkers to negotiate and then bomb them. So the most scary thing for them is to leave the bunker and go to negotiation and be the leader. So now they're hiding and we are trying to seduce them out. But Israel is like, fuck them. We'll nuke the bunker. We don't care. So that's what I think. We just need to breathe soon. I put my magic on. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Wait, do you just use the wand, or is it just you don't
I
need a
have
wand?
different kinds, like for different
Oh.
stuff. Like
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
I don't want to cook. I just whooshed something out.
Okay.
Sometimes I use it for play.
Wow, that's impressive.
Okay, let's go to next. Shadi.
Do you get an L? Shadi.
Is there Shadi?
Yes, I see Shadi. I see Shadi. Shadi? Shadi one?
Okay, I'm gonna skip for now. I'll come back. Oh, she says take Michael first. Okay, Michael?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. How's it going, everyone? Sweet. Armin, I have a question. Since you lived in the Islamic Republic and you were like born there, basically. At this point, what would happen? Because actually, I'm in part of this Hispanic group. And they were also like saying that they claim that Mojtaba is dead. At this point, what is going to happen? Is there going to be more like instability within the IRGC and the regime as a whole?
The instability is
Mm.
already happening. This is maximum level of instability right now. There's internal fighting, there's internal division. Putting words in Mujtaba's mouth is causing sometimes some level of unity. For example, Ghalibaf and Arakchi wanted to go with the negotiations and be more flexible with the Americans, and the other sides of the other people within the regime, they were against it. They didn't want to be flexible with the Americans, and some people close to the Mojtaba Khamenei within the circle of the Beit Rahbari, the office of the supreme leadership, they came out and said Mujtaba has said that there is no way that you could include the enriched uranium in the negotiations, and that basically claiming that Mujtaba has said that ties the hands of Ghalibaf and Arakchi. So even if they wanted to be more flexible, that basically nuked the possibility. It basically removed the ability for them to be able to bring that up, because they claim that Mujtaba said that. So even Mujtaba's, I don't know, dead body or him being in a coma or whatever, it has the ability to cause some people to get in line, like basically to follow whoever has the power right now to claim that Mujtaba has said something. So even though there's right now without Ali Khamenei, the divisions are without Ali Khamenei, and because of all the power vacuum, the division is the highest we've ever seen. There is still some ability that Mujtaba has when it comes to basically silencing dissent, right, within the regime. So if Mujtaba dies, that ability also goes away, and the divisions will increase significantly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see where this is going. So I guess from what I'm hearing from you, is that there's internal division and there's discrepancies amongst one another as to would they ever capitulate. And there's some that are like, no, we will not capitulate to the United States and stuff like that. So that's what I'm getting from you. Is that not right?
Yes. Yes, because the situation is that if they capitulate, then they come off as weak when it comes to being loyal to their ideology and the principles of Islam and the Islamic Revolution, and that will make them lose face. That will make them lose legitimacy among their followers. But if they don't capitulate on some things to President Trump, then President Trump will continue the blockade. Somebody like Ghalibaf is now afraid of losing his life, right? Because he's probably in a no-kill list by President Trump, and that's why the Israelis don't kill him. And if this doesn't work out, he might be removed from that no-kill list, and the Israelis will then kill him, and he knows that. And not only by the way, we already said that's the case, and then President Trump confirmed it. Remember, guys, like on this discussion group, we told you that there's probably a no-kill list by President Trump, and that's why some of these people are alive. And then President Trump, after we said that here, President Trump came out and said that to Arakchi and Ghalibaf, the only reason why you're alive is because I'm negotiating with you. But if you are useless, you're going to die, and then we're going to go to the next people. So Ghalibaf is fighting for his life. Yeah, that's why he's not even fighting for the regime anymore. He's fighting for his life. Yeah.
So it's basically, at this point, it's a numbers game, right? It's like just waiting to see what will happen internally.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because the ceasefire and the negotiation has caused a lot of infighting, and that has been more damaging to the Islamic Republic than even the military operations, because it's their idea, like the internal division is making them weaker, and that's why some people within the IRGC want to go back to war, because at least when they're fighting, the pro-regime people are somewhat more united. But when there's a ceasefire and they're negotiating, then they're fighting against each other. So they're like, let's just go back to military operations. Even though many of us were being killed, at least the regime could survive if we're not divided.
That makes sense. I appreciate it.